Hello, welcome to the 199 Unlisted podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. Usually wearing clothes, wearing some anime t-shirt or whatever pullover. I don't know the details. I'm just existing. So I didn't realize that I hadn't made a video because well, it's been really hot, and so I don't know. I guess my brain shut off. Well, and also all the drinking. But anyway, for Fortnite, they had Scott. It was like a Catwoman, a Harley Quinn, and a Poison Ivy skin. Like they're wearing bathing suits. It's nothing special, but I don't know. For some reason, it's a big deal on the internet. It just probably because it's the cultural change. Like so many people have been fired and laid off from Epic Games that all the activists went away. So now they can have, jiggle physics again and sexy outfits, because obviously Marvel Rivals is the most popular hero shooter out there, and every game is trying to copy them. So like even Overwatch stopped making faggot characters and started, trying to make the characters attractive, and they brought in some jiggle physics too. But anyway, so I used to play Fortnite, and so I bought a bunch of skins, like way back. Um, I don't know how many skins I have, but like probably have like 20. And so I was looking at the Poison Ivy skin, and like I like Poison Ivy, like I like her design in the comics, like the design where she's basically wearing like I guess it's like a green one piece bathing suit, but it's like a superhero outfit. So it's like, it has leaves and stuff. And then she has like vines on her hands and ankles, and like she's barefoot. And I think she's green. And I was like, if they make her swimsuit skin like that, I get it because that's my favorite design of hers. And so, I downloaded Fortnite again because it wasn't on my computer, and like I got my old account, so I had all the skins and everything, and then I actually looked at it, and I'm like, I'm not spending $20 on that. There was nothing about any of these new skins on Fortnite that is worth $20. And then when you compare the Fortnite skins to the Marvel Rivals skins, you're like, no way. I mean, you got to be crazy. And I'm trying to think. I mean, I've bought a few Marvel Rivals skins, but they didn't cost $20. But either way, I think they might have like one might have cost 10. Okay, and it is leagues better than these Fortnite skins, and they're charging $20 for these Fortnite skins. So I don't know who is buying this. I don't know because it's pretty tame. So and there's nothing worth $20 about a Fortnite skin. Like I just can't. And then even the skins I have, I believe the most money I ever spent on a Fortnite skin, it had to be $5. Because because like even like my favorite skin, it's like this a Japanese schoolgirl, of course. Um, I know that wasn't $20. I mean, it was probably like $5, and that's all it's worth is for like I just don't see the value. And then especially because the skin is boring. I mean, like the Japanese schoolgirl skin, to me, I probably would pay $20 for it because I like Asian girls, and I like schoolgirls. And then when you combine them, come on. But yeah, but the hype is good. I mean, I'm glad there's hype, but the reason why there's so much hype for these stupid Fortnite skins is because the games have been so lame. They lost like half their player base. I was one of them because even I would play Fortnite, and I can't stand the game. It was so easy. Um, God, I just and then it's bots, so you would play, and then you'd get like, well, I don't know how many kills, well, whatever, like you get like 6 kills, and you're like, well, that was too easy, and then like you finally meet a real person, and it's like, oh, okay, there's a big difference. But it's a good time kill for sure, Fortnite. But I was playing a few games the other night, and I was more entertained by just looking at everyone else's skin. Like I didn't spend any more. I didn't spend any money. Like I'm not gonna spend any more money on Fortnite. Um, and just because if the new price range for a basic skin is $20, just because it's in a swimsuit, there's something. I mean, there's something wrong with the market. And who plays Fortnite now? It's mostly kids that play Fortnite, and so you have to assume they're using mommy's credit card. So maybe they would do an impulse buy and spend $20 on that. See, but the smart thing, like if Fortnite was smarter or Epic Games was smart, they would make those skins like the Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Harley Quinn skin. They would make those $5. Okay, and then they would make like the generic other skins like $3. Do you know how many people would buy the skins? Because like there's a lot of people um who just aren't gonna drop $20 on a skin, and it doesn't matter if it's a bikini or a swimsuit or whatever. They're just not gonna, and especially on Fortnite because it's still toned down compared to other games. So like Marvel Rivals, the one thing Marvel Rivals gets right is they're bringing the like 90s to early 2000s comic book versions of the characters to the video game, like back when like the 90s was, I don't know what era it's called. You know how there's like the golden age, the silver age, the bronze age. But anyway, in the 90s, in the early 2000s, that's when comic book characters were like sexy. Like they made, like everyone was good looking. All the women were like, supermodels. All the guys were jacked. It was a pleasure to read. Basically, like you open up a comic book and you're like, I want to be like that person. That's something to strive for. And if you look at comics now, it's like who is drawing this? Like who is making these characters ugly on purpose? It's like imagine all the money you're throwing away because you refuse to make a superhero good looking because you have activists who work for your company. And so the thing is, just every facet of social media, entertainment, movies, whatever, has been downgraded because you have activists. you know, viewership, usership, subscribers, whatever. They just everything's gone down because you had just everything being uglified. But so when you have a new Poison Ivy skin and all that, it's like the complete opposite of what was going on. That it's like kind of shocking. So I can see why they made it cost $20. And it's like even though it's only worth $5, because it's kind of like the culture shift. You're like, oh well, someone's gonna see this and just scoop it right up. And then it's also the fear of missing out because it said the skin's only available for whatever, like a week or something like that. So I'm sure that helps, but in the long run, they would make a lot more money if they would just have the skin cost $5. I don't know why they're doing that, but I mean, because like I would buy the skin if it cost $5, but well, I really got sidetracked. We're gonna react to Tyler's spaghetti. Favorite person to look at. This video is called "Bad Experience with Blood Draw, Rude Doctor Story Time." So remember, she got the vaccine and she got really sick after the vaccine. So the reason why this is fascinating to me now, we are seeing someone going through a vaccine injury and all the medical problems she's going through. And she's a sheep, so she is even though the doctor said, yeah, it's the vaccine that's probably causing the problems, she refuses to believe that because remember back then during this time, some of the people were like, well, if you don't get the vaccine, you're a far right winger Nazi. If you don't wear a mask, and remember there are people who were like, well, I know the masks don't work, but I have to wear the mask because I don't want people thinking I'm a Republican. Like just everything was like woke and over politicized. And then she keeps going to these doctors, and the doctors are giving her advice, and she's like, well, no, because this is from 3 years ago, okay? And so in 2023, we did know that the vaccine was causing problems, was causing injuries. And so, but at the same time, you had a portion of the media going, "Whoa, no, those are conspiracy theories." Because remember, like, there are people on TikTok who are posting, they're like, "I got the vaccine, and I started having seizures, and I'm in the hospital." And then like TikTok would take the video down, or if someone, whatever, on Instagram or YouTube or X, it didn't matter, or Twitter, it didn't matter if you were, had proof you're making a video from the hospital bed, they would deplatform you because they had to push a message. I mean, that was peak fascism back then. I mean, like America lost control, but that's what happens when you have a really bad president too. And it was just weak leadership. Like that was a crazy time, the COVID era, because and then like so many people just went along with all the bullshit. And I don't know, like, because I watch independent media, so I was never lied to, So like when all this first started, like they're fast tracking, like when Trump fast tracked a vaccine, I remember a doctor said, "I looked at this under the microscope. This is the SARS flu, but it's acting like it's been modified in a lab." So when I heard flu, well, I know there's no vaccine for the flu. You can't cure the flu. So I'm like, this isn't a vaccine. So what is it? So I was like already suspicious. So I was like, no, I'm not taking that bullshit. And then, other information like you had the Chinese whistleblower came out and she said it was a lab leak, and she said uh it had a 99% survival rate. So I'm like, why are we taking a vaccine for, and you just put everything together. You're like, oh yeah, it's like a money grab, and then like you don't know what they're putting in the vaccine. So, and we've heard some things, but anyway, let's see if we can even stand this video, because sometimes the videos suck. But anyway, bad experience with blood draw, rude doctor story time.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tyler. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I have a story time because I had an awful experience getting my blood drawn, which I didn't get my blood drawn because these people made me have a panic attack. If I look like I've been crying, it's because I've been crying. I had a panic attack.
She's a broken human being, basically. Like the only thing she has to do is drink, and she'll be okay.
I was freaking hyperventilating and crying in front of these people. Anyways, I'm gonna tell you because this is what I do. I tell freaking stupid stories. Anyways, I went to Quest. If y'all know what Quest is, I went to Quest. First time I went, I did film a video about it. It was awesome. It was great. It really just depends on the people that are there. But this time was awful. First off, I got called in. There were two people with my name, so I thought I was the first person, and then I was like, oh, never mind. So I sat back down, and then they called my name, like actually me. And then this guy walks in, and I'm like, what? That's for me. That's for me. And then I'm like, first of all, I went to this with my parent because I can't drive home after I get my blood drawn, because what if I can't drive and then I'm just stuck there with my car? So my parent was like, wait, that's for blank, like my full name. And the lady who called me in was like, yeah. And then she's like, wait, hold on. And then she goes and grabs this dude. And she's like, you can't be here. Like, that's not your name. So he was about to get his blood drawn. He was in there for probably like 2 minutes before he came out.
I don't know about you, but I'm already bored of her. How many bad stories involving a social interaction has she told? And you factor in just her being a woke idiot. You gotta kind of put the blame on her. You know. Now she's having a panic attack because she's drawing blood. I mean, like, yeah, she's just having a panic attack from drawing blood. But there's always something wrong with her, though. Like so. Are these real problems, or are these like self-diagnosis, TikTok doctor stuff? You know what I mean? But whatever.
So he was like full on about to get his blood drawn before she like came out with this dude. Anyways, I go back there and I'm with the lady that called me in. She's like, have you been fasting? Like, did I ask you that before? And I'm like, no, you literally never even spoke to me this whole time. Like, you never even spoke to me. So no, but I'm fasting. And she's like, okay, so you haven't eaten today, right? And I'm like, nope, I'm fasting. Nope. And she's like, okay, so you haven't had food, you haven't had coffee, you haven't had tea. And I'm like, nope, fasting. But yeah, I didn't give attitude. I was just like, yeah. Anyways, she prints out all my paper because I have a lot of blood work apparently, and she's printing out all of these stickers. I don't know what the stickers are for, but she prints out like 20 stickers, which I guess is a lot. She prints them out and she's like, she sees them all and she's like, okay, I'm gonna have my associate go and take your blood. So I'm in this room. It's room like number 6, I guess.
I just don't care. Jesus Christ. I don't know if we can do this one. I just don't know. Because it's her personality sucks. It just does. I don't know, God. Yeah, I don't know. And it's like, when are you gonna realize that a lot of this stuff is in your head? Now, I totally understand the physical problems she's having because she got the vaccine. Because remember, she didn't have heart problems, or supposedly she always had chronic pain. Okay. But she wasn't having heart problems. And the day after she got the vaccine, she was having heart problems. And I don't know why that's so hard for her to accept that that's the problem. I mean, that's what the doctor said. I don't know. It's and then, like, like, sometimes you don't know better than the doctor. But anyway.
Um, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna have my associate
Close
take
my
your
door.
blood because I'm really busy. I have to keep the show running. Sorry if you can hear it raining. It's raining. She's like, I'm gonna have my associate do it. So, because I have to keep the show running, like, I'm really busy. We have other people. There's one person besides me. By the way, there's one person. They're closing in 15 minutes, I think. The last appointment is at 11:40, and my appointment was at 11:40, and they close like after that. Like, there's no people after me.
In the morning?
So yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. She's like, I have to do all these people. First of all, there's only one guy in the waiting room to get his blood drawn, and he's getting blood drawn by somebody else. It's not this lady, so I don't know what she's doing. Anyways, she's like, okay, my associate's gonna do it. So I get thrown into this other room like number 4,
against my
and
will.
this lady comes in and she's like, y'all have been waiting here? We've been waiting there for like 2 minutes. Like, it hasn't been a long time. She's like mad. And I'm like, just for a little bit. Like, I don't really care. And she's like, she should not have done that. She should have told me. And I'm like, yeah, if she didn't tell you, she probably should have told you. I didn't say any of this, by the way. Like, I just woke up. I was tired. Like I didn't really communicate with these people very much besides when they asked me questions. Um,
I'm assuming this is
she's
in
like,
the
"Oh my
morning.
god, like she should have told me this. Like she didn't tell me this. I only saw your shoe. That's the only reason why I know that you're here right now." Like she's mad. She's like sighing. She's like, ugh. She's like shaking her head. She's angry. And then she looks at my stickers and she's like, "That's a lot of blood work." And I'm like, "You're making me anxious right now." I did
You're making yourself anxious. You're just giving blood, and then they're gonna put it in 20 separate vials. They like, I mean, just from my experience, when I had a stroke, they had to take a bunch of blood. They like, there's like a thing in your forearm, and then they just put an empty vial and put it on the needle in your forearm, and then they get the next vial. It's nothing crazy. It really isn't. Um, I don't know. Um, Gosh, she's annoying. Like I don't understand why that would make her anxious. That's a lot of blood work, meaning that's 20 different vials that you're testing for 20 different things. Like they don't take one big vial of blood because they're going to test it in different, like if they're testing for whatever this disease, they're going to send it to this department. So there's a little vial, send it there, So that's why it's just a bunch of different vials. But yeah, I don't know. Like I think because I have a brain that she is annoying to me because a lot of her problems are just problems of a stupid person.
not say that, by the way. But like you're making me anxious. You're making me feel like that's too much blood. Like that's bad. Cuz I'm a small person. Like I don't know. Like I don't have a lot of blood in my body, I don't think.
Oh my god. Oh, this moron. A straight up moron. I don't have a lot of blood in my body. I have about the same amount of blood in my body as a chipmunk because I'm a small person. She probably thinks if they take too much blood, she's gonna deflate. That's what she probably thinks. But anyway,
But here I am like scared. Like that scared me
because
a
it's
little
all
bit.
in your head.
First of all, you're coming in here angry. Like you're upset. You're sighing. You're like shaking your head at me. You're like, "Oh my god." Like you're upset. So, I don't like I'm already anxious. And then you're coming in here like that. Um yeah, so that happens. And she's reading all over the thing and I'm in a room where the computer doesn't work because I don't know. But basically, apparently the computer is supposed to tell you like what tubes to use, like how many tubes and what kind of tube to use, but the computer doesn't work. So she's like, you know the seat, if y'all have gotten blood work done at like a place, I guess, you have like a seat and you have this armrest, like it goes in front of you and like beside you and like beside you.
Oh boy.
She's writing on the armrest right in front of me. Like she's writing on the stickers like what kind of tubes, and she's taking forever because she doesn't know what tubes to use. I don't know if you're supposed to know that or if like genuinely the computer was broken and like nobody knows that information, nobody knows what tubes to use. But she's taking forever to like write down what tubes are like for what, and she's trying to figure it out. And then she goes to like pick the tubes out and she's like, "Oh my god, like this is so much, like I don't know, this is a lot." And she like keeps looking at the paper and then looking at the tubes, and then she like grabs the tube and then she like puts it back and then she grabs it again. Like she's so confused. And she's mad, like she's sighing, she keeps grabbing the stuff, and then she just puts all the paper down and then she like rests her arms and then she's like like she's upset. She's upset, girl. She's mad. Um but yeah, that is happening and I'm sitting there anxious. I keep looking at my parent and I'm like, why is somebody calling me? No. God. Um
I mean, these are some like weird problems to have. I mean, this really sounds like a mentally ill person. Oh god, and I mean, this is a chore to react to. I don't know. I'm sick of her bad experiences where it's her fault that the experience is bad. I don't know. I don't know if I can make it. This is really testing me.
Oh no, my music's playing. Stop. Okay. Um. See, now I lost my train of thought. Why stop calling me? Hold on. Okay, I turned my Bluetooth off because somebody is deciding to spam call me. So that's fun. Um, but yeah, she's sighing. She's angry. She's like, "This is too much." And then she finally picks out the tubes, and they usually go on like a stand, so that they're like standing straight up. But she just like puts them. Somebody's calling me again. She just puts them on the table, and they're like kind of loose, like flowing
Oh my
everywhere
god,
on
we
the
get it.
table. Um, and then she like walks out. I think I don't remember like what order this went in, um, but I'm pretty sure she walks out, and she's like, "Hold on," and she like goes to talk to somebody, I guess, and then she comes back and she's like, "Okay, I guess we're gonna do it." Um, like she's so angry. Um,
I think this is highly
she has the
exaggerated.
tubes, and she's ready, and she's like, "This is a lot of blood work. This is a lot." Um, and she's like ready. Somebody's
This is a lot. You might die. Like what the fuck? This sounds like a really bad SNL skit. There's a whole lot of blood work. There's a lot. Like blood work means they draw blood from you in a little vial. Okay? And the work is when they take the vial to the lab. Like you're not the only thing you're doing is sitting down in a chair giving blood. The only thing the doctor's doing is extracting the blood or, like switching the tube. Like calm down. Like what is going on? And now I'm thinking maybe the doctor knows that she's mentally deranged and is just fucking with her. I mean, I could picture that. I could totally picture that. But I don't know.
calling me. She's ready to stick me with the needle. She's like, "Okay." She's like ready, I guess. She didn't tell me to like have my arm out or anything. Um, but my parent is like, she's really anxious. I think the lady asked like, "Am I okay?" Because I was looking anxious, like I was curled up in a ball. First of all, it was cold. Also, like I was scared. Like this lady is like heavily sighing,
Is
like
she
very
really
angry.
curled up in a ball? I mean, come on. Just don't do it. I mean, seriously. If you're really that anxious about giving blood at this moment, don't do it. I mean, and that's the problem solved. You can always make another appointment. The doctor already said what it probably is. She said, "Yeah, it's probably from the vaccine." So like, but then because you don't want to believe that, you're going through all this. Like, it would have just been simpler if you, I don't know. Life isn't simple when you're a libtard. You know. So I don't know. I don't know.
Angry, and she's about to stick me with a needle. Like I'm not very happy. Um, she's like, "Are you okay?" And my parent is like, "She's just really anxious. She has like lab phobia. Um, so she has to have it in a certain space in my arm. I have to get blood drawn in my forearm because I have a phobia of getting it anywhere else. I could probably get it in my hand, but my veins are kind
Your hand. Well, yeah, I could do that. When they were doing blood work for me, it was in my forearm. But whatever, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't. like I think the pain part is overhyped. Um, but I don't know. Yeah, I just think everyone hypes it up in their head. Like I remember like getting a tattoo, and in my head I'm like, oh, it's not gonna feel like anything. So I was just like chill. But then I've seen people where they overhype that and they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a tattoo, it's gonna hurt so bad. Oh boy, I'm gonna, I don't know if I should do it. So I don't know. It's all it's all in your mind, man. It's all in your head.
kind of small, so it's probably better in my forearm. But basically, I have to have a butterfly needle because my veins are super small. Like, you can't really tell how small my wrists are. Um, but like, you can't really tell. Like, my wrists are small. Um, so I need a
So is your
butterfly
brain.
needle, or like a normal needle is probably gonna burst my vein open.
You're not a doctor. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Everything in her mind is bad. Oh boy. Wow. Oh Jesus Christ. I don't know if I can. Uh, okay, let's at least get to the part where she has a panic attack.
So that's fun. Um, so I'm like, yo, I need to have it in this part of my forearm, and she's like, that's gonna hurt, and I'm like, okay, like why would you just say that to me? I didn't say that obviously, but I was like, okay, why would you say that to somebody that's about to get their blood drawn? Like, that's scary. Like, you don't tell somebody that.
That might be the funniest thing I've ever heard. That's good. Oh my god, that's so funny. That is so funny. Oh my god, that was funny.
That's gonna hurt.
This is on purpose. So the doctor's been told that she's nervous, she's anxious, she has lab phobia, and then the doctor goes, "That's gonna hurt." Like what? This is this real? Like it's stuff like this that makes me think this is a bit. But okay.
What? Why are you? There has to be like a level of professionalism where you're just like, you don't say that to somebody. Like, you just don't. You can be like, oh, hey, that's gonna hurt more than like your elbow, but you don't tell me outright like that's gonna hurt. And she was angry, so she had like this voice. She was like, that's gonna hurt, sweetie. I think she said sweetie or something after it.
And then she stuck her tongue down my throat.
But it was like condescending and like kind of weird. But yeah, that happened. And I was just like, okay. And my parent was like, yeah, we did this last time. It went perfectly fine. Like, my veins are good. I have good veins. You just need to tie a fucking thing around my arm and then you'll see it. My veins not gonna pop out right now. You're not gonna be able to really see it unless you tie a freaking thing around it and start.
See, just this interaction right here, or just her talking, she's very annoying, and I can see how people would naturally react in a negative way towards her. But
Flicking it. Like, do you know what you're doing?
do you?
But yeah, that's. She did that. She was like, I don't know. And then I don't remember if she looked around first, but she was like, we don't have any butterfly needles. And I was like, okay.
So, like, are you doing this in the back of someone's garage or something? How did it? That's like it's like going to the hospital and like what's like I don't know, like we don't have any aspirin. Like that's so weird. They probably did have the needles. She just doesn't like you.
Like, I can't do it. She was like, I can't do it without butterfly needles. So she goes to like look around, I guess, before she goes to look and see if they have more. They just didn't have any at like that station, I guess. She's like, are you okay? Like, are you anxious? Because my parents said that I was like anxious, I guess. Um, she was like, "Are you okay? Are you queasy? Like, do you need to lay down?" And I'm like, "I've been sitting here this whole time, and now you care." Like, I'm
And but I thought you said you were curled up in a ball, because that is weird, you know. But okay.
what is? There's people screaming. um, what was I saying? She's like, "Are you anxious? Are you queasy?" And I'm like, "No, I'm I'm anxious, but like I'm fine. Like I have anxiety, you know. Like I don't know. Like I'm okay." Um. Anyways, she's like, "Do you want to do the blood test first? You should do the blood test first. Not sorry, the urine test first." She's like, "You should do this first. Just go to the bathroom. Make sure you're not queasy." I'm like, "Okay, I can do that." I'm really in my head. I'm like, I just want to get this over with. Like, can we just do this like right now? Um, but she's like, "Yeah, go do this." And I'm like, "Okay." So I grab the cup and I'm like, "Where's the bathroom?" And she's like, "It's that way." So I go that way. I'm like trying to find the bathroom. There's like I couldn't find it, so I'm like turning around. Hello, person. Um, I'm like turning around, like trying to find it, and then I finally find it. Um, I have my pee cup. I go back, and I'm holding the pee cup, and she's whispering to my parent. She's like, "I can't do this. Like I can't do it. It's out of my scope. Like I hear it." She's like, "It's out of my scope. Like it's my profession, and I'm telling you I can't do it." And I'm like, "What?" So I walk into that, and I'm
So she draws blood for a living, but she can't draw your blood for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. This is a weird story.
holding my pee cup, and I'm like, "What? What? What's happening right now?" And my parent is like, "You can sit down." And I'm like, "Okay, I have a pee cup. What do I do with this pee cup?"
Drink it.
And the doctor lady, I don't know if she's a doctor, I don't know. Um she's like, "You can set that down." And I'm looking around, I'm like, "Where do I put it? Like the table has tubes everywhere and there's paper on it. You want me to put it on the tubes? Do you want me to put it on the paper?" I'm like, "Where?" "Where do you want me to put it?" And she's like, "Just put it right there." So I put my pee cup on like papers. There's no pee on the cup, but like I feel weird. Like why am I putting this pee cup on the papers? I feel weird. Um, and then my parents like, "You can sit down." I'm like, "Okay." Like I just heard this lady basically quit. Like she just said that she couldn't do it, and
I
you want me to
doubt
sit
she
down?
said that. I
Like why am I
doubt.
sitting down? Nobody's gonna take my blood. Like I just want to leave right now. So I sit down, and the lady's like, "Yeah, it's out of my scope." Do you know the cartoon Dora, the lady with the blue hair? She asked me that, and I'm like, I'm 20 years old. I think she thought I was like a child or something.
I could picture that. I could picture her thinking you're a child. You know, like high school for sure. I mean, obviously high school, because she's small. You know, so I could picture the doctor thinking she's like 14. Like she could pass with 14. Totally could pass. Just because she's small.
Um, I'm like, I don't, sure, I don't know. I'm just standing there, like looking at her, and she's like, "Yeah, Dora, she's gonna come take care of you." So not only have I had one person quit on me, I've had two people quit on me, and then I'm getting a third person to do it,
Who the hell's Dora?
apparently. Um, but she tells me there's no butterfly needles in this entire establishment. So basically, I can't get my blood drawn because I have to have it done with a butterfly needle. But Dora's gonna come in, I guess. I don't know why she's coming in because I just got told that I can't have my blood drawn because there's no butterfly needles. Anyways, um, Dora doesn't come in. The first lady comes in and she's like, "Let me see your arm." And I'm like, "There's my arm." She wasn't nice or anything. She was nice the first time, but
No one cares.
she was not nice this time. She was like, "Can I see your arm?" Like, "Let me see your arm." And I'm
I'm
like,
sure on,
"Okay."
bitch.
And she looks at it and then she leaves. She just left the room. Like, she didn't say anything. She just looked at my arm and like left. I'm like, what is happening right now? Like at this point, I'm like, I'm having like the beginning of a panic attack. Like I'm starting to tear up, like I'm starting to not be able to breathe. I'm like, okay, I'm like kind of hyperventilating, so I'm like, can I just come back? Like I say that,
Why are
and I'm
you
like, can I
asking?
just
Just
come back?
go.
I just need to come back. And the second lady, the lady that told me she couldn't do it, um, she was like, yes, yes. And then she went behind my parent and gave me a thumbs up. And I'm like, you're pissing me off right now. You're for real pissing me off. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay,
Ah,
okay.
boy.
Bro, fucking psycho. Psycho.
You're the psycho.
Um, so yeah, I'm like, I'm just gonna come back. And my parents like, she's not gonna come back. Like, she's not. She's gonna be too scared now. And I'm like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be fine. I'll come back. Um, and the first lady comes in, and she's like, yeah, come back on Monday at 6:30 in the morning. And she's like, I'll take care of you. We'll take care of you. And I'm like, I don't want to see y'all ever again. I did not say that, obviously. But I'm like, in my head, like, I don't ever want to see y'all again. I don't. What? I don't want to see y'all again. I
Okay,
don't.
so what was the panic attack about? Like, it's like, what? Nothing happened. You gotta be kidding me.
Want y'all to touch my arm again. I hate you. Um. Anyways, that happened, and I'm like, okay. Okay, at this point, like, I want to get out. Like, I'm
Then go.
hyperventilating. Like, I'm crying at this point. I'm like, okay. Like, I want to leave. I'm standing,
I
and
wonder why they think you're a child. What the fuck, dude? This is so weird. 955 subscribers, by the way. 148 views. One comment. Hey, more views than my videos. More subscribers in my channel, okay? Not making fun of her. I'm just telling you what it is. Please subscribe if you've gotten this far.
in this hallway, because they were all like, okay, you can come back. And then she stops me, and she's like, come back on Monday. And I'm like, okay. Like, I just want to fucking leave. I want to leave. I want to leave.
Then
I'm
go.
crying right now. Like, let me leave. Um,
Fucking
and I'm like,
fragile
okay,
human
okay.
being.
And they just keep talking, and she's like, oh, maybe we can find a butterfly needle, maybe we'll find it, we're gonna look for it. And I'm like, no, like, I need to leave, like, I need to go. So there's this chair in the hallway, and I sit on the chair because I'm about to pass out. Like, I'm
From
crying, I'm
what?
hyperventalating.
Pat, why? I don't understand what happened. What happened? This is like, dude. This story makes no sense. I mean, oh my god. This story makes no sense. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Like there is no analogy of this. She's so mentally deranged. She had a panic attack because they didn't have a butterfly needle. That's what I'm getting. So if you can't get your blood drawn, logically you just go, okay, well then I'll just leave. I'll come back later or whatever. I don't know. I don't understand why there's this buildup of her crying and being curled up in a ball and hyperventilate. Like, what is going on? Like, this is a mentally deranged person.
Like, you can see it, you can hear me hyperventilating, you can see me, like, I'm not breathing properly. So I'm sitting in this hallway, and everybody's talking to me, because they're all like, just come back, we'll come back. And then the other person's like, we're gonna find a butterfly needle, we'll do it right now, we'll take care of it. And I'm like, I want to leave,
Then
bro.
just
Like, y'all are
leave.
so unprofessional.
I am pissed. Walk out the door. Leave. I don't understand what is going on. And remember, this could all be in her head. This could all be in her head. Because if she's really acting like this, they wouldn't talk to her. Because like, why would you talk to someone who's hyperventilating, crying, having a panic attack? and then they're like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll find a butterfly needle and we could do it right now." You're not gonna do that if the person's like having a panic attack. So, is this all in your head?
Like, what? No, we're not doing this right now. I told you I'm leaving. I told you I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come back. Like, whatever. Like, bye. Let me go. Um,
You're not being held against your
and then the
will.
guy comes out and he's like, "Who needed help? Who needed help? Like, what's going on?" And then she's like, some lady in the back. I don't even know if I knew who the person was because I don't think I interacted with her at all. But she's like, them over there, and he's coming over and he's like, "Oh, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna take care of you. We'll figure it out. You can come back Monday for sure. Like, I'll take care of you." And I'm like, "Okay, okay." It's like, hello. Okay, like fine, we'll do that. I hate when people like look into my car. It's weird. Um, like, "We'll take care
Idiot.
of you," and I'm like, I don't, like, just let me go. And then he goes in the back again and he finds a butterfly needle. I've had like three people, maybe two people tell me that there were no butterfly needles in this entire place and that they were literally unable to take my blood. But then this guy, he spends a second in the back and he finds one and he brings it out and he's like, "Look, look, look, we can do it right now. Well, come on, come on, come on. You can lay down. Like, come on." And I'm like, "No." I'm just shaking my head like, "No." I'm hyperventilating. I'm sobbing
Oh my
in this hall.
god, what is going on? Come on. Come on. This is like the mental picture of this makes no sense. So she's sobbing, hyperventilating, obviously in distress. Okay? But yet there's three people talking to her and they're not giving her space and now they're going to draw her blood. I I I I just don't see that happening. I just don't see that happening. You know,
Hallway on the in this chair. And they're like, "Come on, come on." I'm like, "No. I'm leaving, homie. I'm going. Like, y'all treated me like shit.
oh god.
There's no way. No." Um, so yeah, I'm like, "No. No. Absolutely not." Um, so yeah. He was like, again, like, "Come back. Just come back on Monday." And then Dora comes out. She comes out of like this back room. I think she was helping the guy that was.
So like Dora the Explorer? Oh god. Oh god. That's the only Dora I know. Is Dora the Explorer. But anyway.
He went in for my name. She was done with the guy. The guy left. And then Dora comes out. This lady with blue hair, I guess. I don't.
Good luck with
Does
that.
Dora have blue hair now? Like, I don't know what that is. Um, but she comes out and she's like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "No." Like, I'm sobbing.
Why are we still in the building? Why are we still in the building? What is going? And if you're sobbing, having a panic attack, hyperventilating, no one in their right mind is going to draw your blood. And what is going on? This cannot be real. And where's her parent? This doesn't make any sense. And she's not being held against her will. She can leave. She can walk out the door right now. Oh my god.
Hyperventilating in the hallway on this random chair. And there's like five people surrounding me. Like, "No, I'm not ready. I'm leaving. Like, I'm going."
You know what this is? If this is true, they're fucking with her. They are 100% fucking with her. If her description of how she's acting is true, they are fucking with her. That's the only explanation. Because this is ridiculous.
I'm going home now. Like, this is too much. So yeah, I'm like, no. And she's like, what? And I'm like, no. And she's like, okay. And then she like leaves. And then everybody's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry.
They're fucking with her. They're completely
What
fucking
is my
with her.
life?
A joke, okay? Because this is all in your head. No one did anything to you, and you psyched yourself out into having a panic attack. Nothing happened. I mean, I'm thinking about this from an outsider's perspective. You're just like, well, she was sitting in a chair and just slowly had a breakdown. I mean, it's like that simple. She sat in a chair to give blood and had a mental breakdown in real time. That's what happened.
Literally, what is my life? What? I had the first lady. Oh, he's gonna get right next to my car. The first lady, she quit on me because she saw all the blood work and she was like, I don't want to do it. Um, she didn't even like look at my veins or anything and then was like, no, I can't do it because you have small veins. Like, she was just straight up like, having like a freaking truck party. There's a truck right there, there's a truck right there, there's another truck over there.
You're retarded.
Um, but she quit on me. She didn't even look at my veins. She just saw all the blood work and she was like, no. So she threw me off to another person
How
whose computer
dare
didn't even work. And then she didn't even know what was going on. She didn't know what tubes to use or like anything. And then she didn't have a butterfly needle. And then she didn't want to do it in my forearm. She said she could not do it in my forearm because it's out of her scope of expertise, I guess. Which, by the way, if you
so?
can't take blood in a forearm, do you
Well, because that's usually reserved for like bedridden people, the forearm stuff. Because I've seen people do the hand. I've seen hand and forearm, but usually the forearm, it's like you're in bed, you're like bedridden. Because I was on the I forgot what it's called, but like I was on the floor where people die. So anyway,
really know what you're doing? I don't know. I could understand like being a beginner, but she was like probably 50 years old. Like, I'm sure she has been doing it for a while. She just didn't want to do it. Cause she didn't even like tie a thing on my arm and look at it or anything. She just looked at my arm and was like, no. And I'm like, okay, whatever. What's
oh
truck
my god,
party?
get on with your fucking story.
Just hanging out in the back of the truck, like talking. I hope you can't hear them talking because it's kind of loud. Um, but yeah, she she was so unprofessional. The second lady, she just did not. She didn't want to do it in my arm. She didn't want to do that many tubes. She didn't want to do it. Period. Like, I think she was like trying to go home because she didn't want to have another person. Um, I don't think she was supposed to help me because again, the lady like literally quit and then she threw me to another person. Um, and then I got thrown to a third lady, who didn't even show up until like I was leaving. um, they didn't have butterfly needles, which they did have butterfly needles, but they just told me that they didn't. Probably because they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to take my blood because it's too much work, I guess. Um, so they lied to me about that.
Oh god.
Um, and then the first lady came back and she like quit again. Like, I don't know what happened,
Oh
dude.
my
Like,
god, the
and then the
perpetual
guy,
victim.
he was gonna take my blood at the end when I was like leaving. He was like, "Come on, we'll do it." So I had four people. The fourth guy, I didn't even talk to him. Like, I was ready to leave. So actually, the third and fourth people didn't even see my arm because I was in the hallway. Like, why are you taking a video of me? God, it's fucking weird. Men are so weird. Oh,
You know, a person like you going, men are so weird, is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. You just told a story where you had a mental breakdown for no reason, but men are weird. Really? She had a mental breakdown for no reason, but men are weird. Okay, sure.
Okay, anyways, they didn't even see my arm, but I was like leaving at that point. Then they wanted to try to like help me. Men are so weird. Ew.
I'm just surprised you know it's a man. I'm surprised you didn't go a whatever, like a cis non-binary male presenting human. You know, the way you are. Anyway,
Um, yeah, that was frustrating, and I have to go back next week. So we'll see how that goes. I don't. Oh, okay. I forgot this, but they didn't work there. They told me that they were from all of them were from another location, and all of them got transferred there for the day, and none of them knew where anything was. So they told me that, which I would not say that to a patient that's about to get stuck with the needle in their arm, because that just makes them anxious and scared because you don't know where anything is. So
that makes no
they
sense
told me that as well.
whatsoever. That makes no sense whatsoever. That does not affect the way you draw blood if you're transferred. You're just mentally stupid.
Um, bro, the whole thing was like a mess. Like, if I go back and I see one of those people again, especially the second lady freaked me the fuck out. Because she was just
You
mean.
freaked
Like,
yourself
she was
out.
angry the whole
You
time. She
freaked
told me, like, she
yourself out.
couldn't do it.
I don't believe you.
I don't know.
I
If
just
I see
don't
one of
believe
those
you.
people again, I'm probably gonna want to.
I think the world through her eyes is just insane. You know? I that's it. She just has that crazy vision, you know. Everything is going through this filter, and it just makes things, it makes you have a nervous breakdown for no reason. Like, this chick is crazy for sure.
Leave and, like, not do it at all because they scared me. I have a phobia. And, like, the first time went so good. It was so easy. It was so fast. Like, it didn't hurt very much. And then this time it's like, oh my god. Like, people. What is wrong with people?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Anyways, I gotta
God.
go. I'll see y'all next week. And I don't know. Dude, I'm tired. I wanna go home. I'm going home. So good night. I'll see y'all next week. Or the week after that. Probably the week after that. Because my upload schedule is every other week. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll see y'all next video. Bye.
Yeah, people like us, no one cares when we upload a video because no one watches us. That's just the truth. Okay, this video is 3 years old. Okay, 148 views, which means maybe 2 people watched the whole video. I'm one of those 2 people. Anyway, yeah, she is bona fide crazy. That might be no, that is the most ridiculous story she has told so far. Anyway, have a good Monday, have a good Tuesday, have a good Wednesday, have a good Thursday, have a good Friday, have a good week, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.